What's going on, everybody? Back here with a new video. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. I've been reading a very long book and we're going to be talking about it today. It's my first fantasy novel I've read in quite some time, probably dating back to maybe reading, C.S. Lewis, the Chronicles of Narnia, to be honest with you, because I've been absorbing myself in the horror aspect of novels lately that I haven't really tried to focus on fantasy. But this book was one from my book haul video. I will leave a link in the description below, but we are going to be talking about today Empire of the Vampire by Kristoff. This is a massive book. This is why it's been taking me forever to upload a video, but I'm glad to be talking about this and I can't wait to discuss it more in depth with you. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you are new to my channel or have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and to make sure to hit that like button if you have enjoyed this video. So Empire of the Vampire is a fantasy novel and it deals with obviously vampires, which I am very, very intrigued by. I love anything that involves vampires, the undead, supernatural, but basically vampires are my favorite thing to talk about. Empire of the Vampire, I have heard from friends on my Instagram that is an intriguing read. It's very in-depth, bloody, gory scene, but again, what isn't gory without vampires, am I right? In Empire of the Vampire, there is a dual narration taking place, and we are following the character Gabriel de Leon, the last Silver Saint in this novel. Gabriel is the last Silver Saint alive, and he is telling his story to Jean-Francois, who is actually a vampire, and it's a very intriguing way to start this novel. Gabriel sits down with Jean-Francois and actually tells his entire tale, his entire life story of how he became the last Silver Saint. Now, a Silver Saint is a member of the Holy Brotherhood, dedicated to defending realm and church from creatures of the night. But even the Civil Order could not stem the tide once daylight has failed, so this is where it leads Gabriel to be the last living Silver Saint. Gabriel goes through tough hardships and a tough induction ceremony, if you want to say it as that, for getting into the Silver Saint Order. This story is packed full of legendary battles and some forbidden love, which romance, it's a hit or miss with me, but this actually intertwines with the story very well. And in this novel, there are actually a lot of awesome graphics with the novel going through, so it actually gives you that visual imagery to actually help with the story, which I really like how Kristoff put those in there. Gabriel goes through a journey of losing friends and also gaining ones on the way to destroying as many vampires as the Silver Saint and the Silver Order can do. For nearly 3 decades, vampires have waged war against humanity, building their eternal empire as they are tearing down humanity's empire as well. So the Silver Order is battling. In this story, it actually gives you a map of the lands and the places that they are going throughout the journey and what Gabriel has to do to get to certain areas and to certain places to defeat or eliminate the vampires. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's a nice kind of illustration of the map. In the intro, as I mentioned, Gabriel is discussing with Jean-Francois in a dual narration. He is sitting down as Jean-Francois is writing out Gabriel's testimony or Gabriel's words, and we are also getting to jump around into different stories of how Gabriel has become the last known Silver Saint alive. Empire of the Vampire is broken up into 6 books, which tells the different parts of Gabriel's journey. Like I mentioned earlier, fantasy, it's not usually my forte. I really want to get into it. That's probably why I haven't been so, enticed by it. Fantasy is so popular all over the world, and this novel was actually a very good and very exciting read to get back into fantasy for me. Vampires, blood, battles and journeys, quests, a lot of mythical stuff that is going on in here is really entertaining, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I give Empire of the Vampire 4 stars. It is a very, very long book, so that's probably why I gave it only 4 out of 5. Other than that, the story, I was intrigued by it. I kept turning page by page because I wanted to know more. And like I mentioned, jumping from book to book in this story was an interesting way for Kristoff to tell Gabriel's story, and the ending was actually pretty interesting. Again, my channel I never have any spoilers. I'm always spoiler free, but I highly recommend, especially if you are into fantasy and into vampires. You put those two together, you have one hell of a book. And I definitely recommend that you read Empire of the Vampire. So now that we have discussed Empire of the Vampire, I want to give you an update of what I've been doing with my novel. I've been very busy, so again, that is probably the main reason. Two of the main reasons are, one, I was trying to finish Empire of the Vampire, which is about 800 pages, and then secondly, I've been working every day trying to finish a chapter by chapter of my own novel. So to update you, my fellow viewers and listeners and subscribers, I have finished my final chapter in my novel. I have written 41 chapters. It seems pretty amazing to see from my previous video, from my update to this one right now, how far I have come. 41 chapters, but I will say right now, tomorrow being Monday, I have to finish my epilogue and my author's notes to officially have finished my first draft and my first manuscript of my novel. I am very excited, and I have been working to the bone trying to finish this, and I have a few good friends that already want to read my first draft. You already know who you are, so I'm excited to have their help with editing. And once I edit the book, again, I will keep you updated with every video I upload, whether it's from a novel I just finished reading or talking about my novel in the works itself. So very excited. It's an amazing journey I've been going on. All of you, I cannot thank enough. My viewers, my supporters, my friends on Instagram, Bookstagram. You all have been amazing. You all know who you are. I thank you every post I get on my Instagram. If you have not followed me on Instagram, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Please follow me. I have lots of updates of my novel with chapters and how many pages. Which, speaking of pages, I finished 304 pages as of now, which is just over 125,000 words. It's very interesting as an inspiring writer to include a lot of stuff I put in this book that relates to my life, relates to some of my friends, or just anything around me, which I feel like it was really helpful to write this novel. But again, it's not completely finished, but I will keep you updated as we go. Your support means the world. My channel is growing little by little. I'm branching out more. I have a TikTok page, but I feel like my TikTok and my Instagram, it gives you the links to my YouTube channel, which again, I'm slowly starting to get more subscribers. So again, please spread the word of my channel. Your help means the world to me, and this would not have been possible if all of you have not been able to help me and support me day in day, month by month through all of this. So again, my gratitude, my thanks go to you. And like always, I must say, please read your book cover to cover. We'll see y'all later.